The arena of Zyros Prime had seen 1,000 conquests, but never silence like this. 73 species filled the towering amphitheater, warriors, diplomats, rulers, and mercenaries from across the galaxy. The air shimmered with holographic banners and floating sigils, each representing an empire that had come to witness the trial of dominion. At the center of the arena stood the victor. She was tall even by galactic standards, her obsidian armor etched with glowing crimson runes that pulsed like a living heart. Twin curved blades rested at her sides, untouched by the blood that stained the sand around her. Her helmet was off, revealing sharp features, pale silver skin, and eyes that burned like dying stars. She had defeated them all. The champion of the Carvorn, the blade master of the Velothi clans, even the mechanized colossus of the Oryx Collective. Now, tradition demanded she name her prize. The High Arbiter's voice echoed across the arena. By ancient law, the victor may claim territory, tribute, or life. Speak your demand. The woman stepped forward. I demand a human, she said. The silence broke into chaos. Confusion rippled through the stands. Translators recalibrated. Delegates turned to one another in disbelief. Of all the treasures in the galaxy, worlds, fleets, relics, she had asked for a single human. The Arbiter hesitated. A human? For what purpose? Her gaze swept the crowd, then locked onto the human delegation seated far below. As my prize. That was when every eye turned to me. I was Elias Vance, Logistics Officer, 3rd Class, Earth Defense Coalition. I wasn't a warrior. I wasn't even supposed to be there. I was assigned to inventory duty, counting supplies for a treaty that was already unraveling. I slowly raised a finger and pointed at my chest. Me? She nodded once. Yes. You. Middle. I didn't get a choice. Ancient law overrode modern treaties, and before Earth's diplomats could finish arguing, the decision was sealed. The arena's sigils flared, binding the claim in light and law older than most civilizations present. I was escorted from my seat in a daze. As I passed her, I felt the weight of her presence, calm, controlled, terrifying. She didn't look at me like a trophy or a captive. She looked at me like someone verifying a long-awaited answer. Her name, I later learned, was Zaylor of the Ashgari Dominion. Feared. Undefeated. Ruthless. The galaxy whispered another name for her. The Crimson Sovereign. On her flagship, I was given quarters, not a cell. No restraints. No guards outside the door. That unsettled me more than chains would have. Hours later, she came alone. You are afraid, she said plainly. Is that a trick question? I replied. Her lips twitched, almost amused. No. I studied her. Up close, the armor came off. She looked tired. Not wounded. Not weak. Just burdened. Why me? I asked. There are billions of humans. Not like you, she said. I laughed nervously. You don't even know me. I know you, she replied. You were at Virex Station 17 cycles ago. My blood ran cold. That station was destroyed. Yes, she said quietly. Because of me. The hidden connection. She told me the story over time, not all at once. Virex Station had been a neutral outpost caught between two warring empires. The Ashgari Dominion, her people, had ordered its destruction to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. Zaylor had led the assault. I followed orders, she said. I always did. During the evacuation, a human technician had rerouted power to the escape bays, staying behind to ensure others could flee. He had refused extraction when offered. That human had been me. You were injured, she continued, trapped under debris. I found you. I remembered flashes, smoke, Heat, a towering armored figure pulling me free. I should have killed you, she said. That was the order. But you didn't, I said. No, she admitted. Because you asked me why. I swallowed. What did I say? Her voice softened. You said, if we're both going to burn, shouldn't it be for something that matters? I had no memory of that. But it sounded like something I might have said. I carried you to an escape pod, she said. Then I watched the station die. From that moment on, something had fractured inside her. She won the war, rose in rank, became a symbol of fear. But the question I'd asked haunted her. Rising conflict. Her demand for a human wasn't random. The Ashgari Dominion was approaching a breaking point. Endless conquest had hollowed it out. Rebellion simmered. Worlds burned faster than they could be ruled. Zaylor had been ordered to conquer Earth next. They believe humanity will submit, she said. Or be erased. I stared at her. And you? I believe they are wrong, she said. But belief is not enough. She needed proof. Your kind fights differently, she said. You lose, yet you endure. You care for strangers. You defy logic. So I'm what? A test subject? I asked. She shook her head. A mirror. If a human, weak by Ashgari standards, could face her without hatred, without fear, then perhaps her people could change. If not, Earth would burn. Her council opposed her demand fiercely. They believed she had grown unstable. Some plotted to remove her. When an assassination attempt struck the flagship, I was caught in the crossfire. She shielded me with her own body. That was the moment her guards began to doubt. Not me, but her enemies. Climax. The challenge came before the Ashgari High Conclave. Zaylor stood accused of treason. Her punishment would be death. Her defense? Me. Speak, the conclave demanded. Explain why you claimed a human. I stepped forward, heart pounding. I'm not a diplomat, I said. I'm not a hero. I'm just someone who believes survival means nothing if you forget why you want to survive. Murmurs spread. You taught us fear. I continued, looking at Zaylor's people. She taught me something else, that even the strongest warriors can choose differently. The conclave demanded proof. So Zaylor did the unthinkable. She relinquished command. Voluntarily. Gasps echoed through the chamber. I will not rule through terror, she declared. I will rule through choice, or not at all. A civil war should have followed. Instead, something unprecedented happened. The warriors laid down their blades. Not all, but enough. Ending. Earth was never invaded. Instead, envoys arrived. Not conquerors, listeners. Zaylor remained with her people, no longer a symbol of fear, but of transformation. Her rule was challenged, fragile, imperfect, but real. As for me, she released her claim. You are no longer my prize, she said. You are my proof. I returned to Earth, carrying a story no one had prepared to hear. Years later, when humanity and the Ashgari signed their first true alliance, I saw her again. No armor, no blades. You changed the galaxy, I said. She shook her head. No. You reminded it. Once, she had demanded a human as her prize. Now the galaxy finally understood why.